TCP and UDP.
FTP. FTP.
FTP. So what is the use of TCP protocol?
Uh, the packet is divided into like segment, small segment.
Okay.
Then transfer to network layer. Network layer is adding source to destination IP address.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now leave. Understand first why we come up with OSI model. What is the need of OSI model? Okay. Then only I can make you understand what is OSI model. Yes or no?
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
see, earlier actually we were using computers or networking devices, like we were purchasing computers for video game, like child is playing video game, or the for the other purpose, not for the communication. Nowadays actually we are using these devices for communication as well. Yes or no? Now through my laptop to your laptop, now also we are communicating with each other. Through internet we are connected, and what we are doing? We are communicating. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
earlier computer, we were not using computer for communication. That time every there was lots of vendor devices who were manufacturing computers, laptops. But the problem was, suppose there is one company Dell who is manufacturing computers. Yes or no? There is one company called HP who is also manufacturing computers. So suppose Dell have manufactured one computer and HP have also manufactured one computer. So HP engineer and Dell engineer are different. So engineer who is working for Dell will use the different technique and method to manufacture this computer. Yes or no? And the engineer who is working for HP, they will use different method, technique to manufacture a computer. Yes or no? Because to manufacture a computer, hardware and software both are required. That means the process of Dell devices is was different from the process of HP. Yes or no? So actually problem was computers of Dell were able to communicate with each other. In the same way, computers of other vendor devices like HP or IBM or Cisco, any devices was able to communicate with each other. But the inter devices was not able to communicate with each other. Like computer of Dell was not able to communicate with computer of HP. Getting my point? Because why? The computer of Dell was not able to communicate with computer of HP, because both have their own process for the communication. Yes or no?
Yes.
So how we can form internet then? Not possible. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible if all people in the entire world will use the devices of same vendor devices, same vendor company. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Sir, screen record.
Yeah, recording is on. Don't worry. Yes or no?
Yes.
So it is possible. May I know the company name of Ramesh your laptop? What is the company name of your laptop, Ramesh?
Dell, sir.
Dell. And my laptop is Lenovo. So
Lenovo.
before OSI model, my Lenovo computer cannot communicate with Dell computer. Yes or no? So if I want to communicate with Ramesh, if what I want that my computer should communicate with the computer of Ramesh, then I have to replace my computer. I have to also purchase Dell computer, because process of communication is different. Process of communication of Lenovo is different from the Dell. So actually, we were looking for a common standard process. So that's why we come up with OSI model. So OSI model is nothing but a blueprint. Okay. Actually, this is also a process of manufacturing and networking devices for communication. But organization design one process, one blueprint, and they distributed it to all vendor company who is manufacturing networking devices, and told them, if you want to connect your computer to internet, you have to follow only this process. Okay, so now OSI model have one design, yes or no? And if now Dell is manufacturing one computer, so Dell will follow this process, yes or no, this design. In the same way, when HP is designing computer, HP will also follow this design. So now process of both computer is what? Dell. Even the devices vendor is different, but the process of making communication possible between devices is same, yes or no? So now Dell computer can communicate with HP computer. This is the reason why we come up with OSI model. Now what is OSI model? OSI model is nothing but OSI model describe how a data will out from a computer and how data will enter in a computer. Because to make communication possible, suppose I have two computer and I want to send some data from this computer to this computer. This is my computer A and let's say this one is computer B. If I want to send some data from computer A to computer B, that data have to out from this computer and that data have to enter in this computer, yes or no? So OSI model design tell you that how data will out from computer and how data will enter in your computer. Like suppose you are leaving your home for office. So before leaving your house for office, you are performing some task. You know which type of task are you performing, like brushing your teeth, bath, and dressing yourself. You will take key of your vehicle and then you will only leave your home, yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Sir, do you started the recording?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Ramesh.
Sir,
Yes, Sasi, is it clear to you?
sir, can you please tell me one? Can you please tell me one line answer, because
One
some
line,
interviews.
I told you that OSI model is a process which tells us how data will out from a computer and how data will enter in a computer. That's it.
Okay.
Why we come up with OSI model? To make communication possible between different vendor devices. Before OSI model, different vendor devices was not able to communicate with each other. This is single line definition, Ramesh.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Sasi?
Sir, clear hai, sir.
Okay, great. So OSI model tells us how data will, like before leaving for office, your home, you will perform some task. In the same way, computer will also perform some task before leaving their interface. And whenever you want to send some data from computer A to computer B, computer A need to out that data from the interface which is connected with computer B, yes or no? And computer B have to receive the data at the interface which is connected with computer A. Now we will discuss about the task. Which task computers will perform before leaving the interface. So we have one single task, but we have divided that task into multiple parts. May I know the reason of dividing anything? Why we divide anything? Like we divide book into chapter. What is the reason behind it? To make it easy for the people who will read the book, yes or no? Suppose I have a book of 1000 pages and there is no unit. Guys, it will be very difficult to read, yes or no? So that's why we divided 1000 pages into chapter, into unit, yes or no?
Yes, yes, sir.
So we divide anything only for one reason, to make it easy. So that's why we have divided the task which machines will perform before transmitting the data from their interface or after receiving the data at their interface into 7 parts, to make it easy for the people who will learn networking. Like now you guys are learning. CCNA. So I am making you understand OSI model, and I am able to make you understand the entire CCNA course because we have divided the task into 7 parts. Otherwise it will be very difficult for me to make you understand each layers, working of all layers together. So that's why we divided a task into 7 parts, and name of first layer is
Application layer.
you can say application
layer.
as well, or
The presentation layer.
application as well, or physical as well. It will depends that you are talking about which perspective. Are you talking about the sender perspective, or are you talking about the receiver perspective? At the sender device, first layer will be application layer. At the receiver device, first layer will be physical layer. Second will be presentation. At the sender, second layer will be presentation layer, and at the receiver, second layer will be data link layer. Okay. Third, it will be session layer, and on the receiver machine it will be network layer. Fourth, transport layer. For a receiver perspective as well, it will be transport layer. Fifth, hello, network layer. Session layer. Sixth, data link layer, and here it will be presentation layer. And seventh, physical layer, and here it will be application layer. Got it?
The network, what is the receiver, sir?
Wait.
Which layer is the receiver?
See, suppose now I have two computer A and computer B. Okay, or you can say this is computer A and this is one server. My web server it is. Okay, domain name of this server is, let's say, www.pmnet.com. okay, from this computer, if in the browser if you will type www.google.com, what will happen? At application layer, this machine will generate one HTTP traffic. At application layer, this machine will generate one HTTP traffic. At which layer? At application layer. After that, application layer will hand over it to presentation layer. Presentation layer will hand over to session layer. Session layer will hand over to transport layer. Actually, each layer will perform their task. After that, it will hand over to their next level layer. So whatever task session layer need to perform, they will perform. After that, session layer will hand over the data to transport layer. Then transport layer will perform the task. After that, it will hand over to network layer. Same thing network layer will also do, and then it will hand over to data link layer, and data link layer will hand over to physical layer. We are going to understand the task, what task this layer will perform. But physical layer will transmit the data from this interface. Okay, when this server will receive the data at which layer? At physical layer. Okay, at physical layer. After that, physical layer will hand over to data link layer. Then whatever task data link layer have performed while transmitting, same task will be re-performed by the server at data link layer. Yes or no? The task can be,
Yes,
this
sir.
time task can be adding some extra information, or this time task can be removing that extra information here. Task can be anything. After that, data link layer will hand over to network layer, then transport layer, then session layer, then presentation layer, then application layer. So OSI model flow will be like this. Yes or no? So if I am talking about the sender perspective, so this will be my flow. This will be the layer 1, this will be the layer 2, and this will be the layer 7. Yes or no? While receiving, while we discuss about the receiver perspective, this time first layer will be physical layer. Yes or no? And last layer will be application layer. Done, guys? Till now, is everything okay to all people?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sasi?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Wow. Okay. Now, you all guys have this file. I have shared it to you all guys, right? You can also check the
No, sir.
OSI model here.
No, sir. I think I
Sir,
think I
please
don't
go
have. So
ahead.
did
No,
you
no,
share
no,
on
no.
this
You can
group?
check your mail, brother.
Email?
Okay. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
If you don't,
I didn't
if you
receive. Sir.
didn't receive after the class, please share your mail ID. I will share again. Okay. All
Sure,
the
sir.
notes.
Yeah.
These notes are very useful. So if anyone have not received my own notes, you can share your mail ID again. I will share it again. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir,
These
I
are
will
the
share
study
it.
Until now,
material only.
yes, sir. Until now, I didn't get any email from you guys for the notes.
Okay, okay. So brother, after class, you will share your mail ID in the group. Okay.
Sir, I
Okay,
will
sir.
also
Yeah.
share to my LI.
Yeah, definitely. So here also you can read the OSI model. What is the OSI model? Layers. Now application layer. So application layer is responsible to provide you user interface. Suppose if you want to access a server, or if you want to access a file server to download CCNA book. So actually you need a application. From my computer, suppose I want to visit Cisco website. So I need what? One interface. And application layer is responsible to provide user interface. This is what? This is user interface. Through this interface, I can interact with any website. Yes or no? Here I can type www.cisco.com. Yes or no? So what is the responsibility of application layer? Application layer provides user interface. And guys, who will work on application layer? Software developer. People who is developing software, who is designing application. Like there are two types of software engineer as well, tester and developer. So these two guys will work at application layer. As a network engineer, you don't need to learn application layer. Done?
Okay, sir.
Okay. But as a network engineer, it is very important for you also to understand what is the responsibility of application layer. So what is the responsibility of application layer? To provide user interface so that user can interact with actual software. Done? So here also I have mentioned same thing. Application layer act as an user interface between user and the actual application. This layer tell us that application is internet based or not. Like suppose I want to send some data from, suppose I have one network. This is my switch. Through switch I have connected to computer. Done?
Sir,
This switch is
sir,
connected with one router, and this router is connected with ISP. ISP is connected with one Google network. Yes or no? Google.
sir, you shared your screen, right?
Yes.
But it's not visible, sir, in my end.
Please, I think you should rejoin.
Okay.
Guys, tell me, if I want to send some data from computer A to computer B, is internet required over here?
No, sir.
No.
So who will tell to this machine? Application layer, that your application is internet based or not. Suppose I have one file server over here, TFTP. On this server we have one book called CCNA and CCNP. Suppose I want to download CCNA book from here. Is internet required? No.
No, sir.
And suppose through this internet there is one more network switch, router, and there is one guys. Now this guys want to download book from my TFTP server. Is internet required to this people? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Application layer actually, tells to the user that your application is internet based or not. Application layer is responsible for this also. After that, there are various services like web service, file service, remote access service, time service, mail service, etc. at use at this layer. Okay. We have multiple services at application layer. First one is web service. Like if you want to access the web page. For web service, what you are doing actually, you are writing the domain name in browser. Yes or no? www.cisco.com. Yes or no? After that your machine is
HTTP.
after that your machine is automatically generating a traffic. And guys, whatever task will happen in the networking, there is only two way to perform any task. One is manually you will perform, or there will be a protocol responsible for that. So here I am just typing www.cisco.com and my machine is automatically generating a traffic. That means protocol is responsible. A protocol is running behind the scene. So for web access we have two protocol. First one is HTTP and second one is HTTPS. For any web page access, whenever your computer want to access web page, these two protocols will work. So these two protocol is responsible to provide you web page of a application, of a website. Done. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol and HTTPS stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. The difference between HTTP and HTTPS is very simple. It is not a secure protocol and this one is secure protocol. Done. Done. Here also you can see in the browser I have typed only www.cisco.com, but here you can see which protocol is running.
HTTPS.
HTTPS.
So automatically machine have call to this protocol. Once you will type the domain name of a website, your machine will call to either HTTP protocol or HTTPS protocol. And it is predefined by software engineer while designing website that your service will use HTTP or HTTPS. Is it clear? Like suppose I want to design a website for my company. Like I have already designed one website, pmnetworking.in. So while designing, while purchasing domain name, you have to decide that your service will be TCP based or UDP based. Done. So see my service is, sorry, not TCP or UDP, your service will be HTTP based or HTTPS based. So my service is using what? HTTPS. Done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first service of application layer is web access. Second service is remote access. Suppose you are an engineer of an organization and you are sitting in the office. Suppose you are engineer in XYZ company, right? XYZ company is located in Delhi. Okay, and XYZ organization have their infrastructure in the multiple city, like in Bangalore also, in US also, right, in Canada also. This XYZ company have their infrastructure, so they have multiple routers, switches, right, and lots of server there, and all location are connected through ISP, through internet, and you are also, your company is also connected with your infrastructure. Then only you can work now for the organization. Now suppose here in the Bangalore there is one router, and on that router you need to modify some configuration. You need to modify some configuration. You don't need to visit there. What you can do, you can remotely access your router from your Delhi office. So who is providing you this service? Application layer. This is nothing but remote access service. Second service is remote access service. And for remote access service also there will be some protocol. So again we have two types of protocol. First one is telnet and second one is SSH. Okay, telnet
Yes, sir.
and SSH. Telnet is not secure and SSH is secure.
Secure.
Both are used to take
Remote.
access of networking device remotely.
Yeah.
Both protocol are used to take access of networking device remotely, and telnet is not a secure protocol, and SSH is an secure protocol. Done.
Yeah.
So like this, there are multiple services that application layer provides you, and for each services there will be a protocol. Okay, so hope now application layer is clear to you. You know, you guys don't need to learn each and everything about application layer, but actual work of network engineer starts from transport layer. So just leave, don't think much about the application layer. Okay, so see, these are the protocols: HTTP, HTTPS, TFTP, Telnet, SSH, SNTP, FTP, DNS, DHCP. In upcoming days we will understand these protocols, because these protocols are come under networking. Right now, second layer is what? Presentation layer.
Presentation.
Okay, guys, suppose here in Surat I am sitting, right, and my computer is connected to internet. Yes or no?
Yes.
In suppose MP, Madhya Pradesh, my girlfriend is living.
Okay.
Okay, she is also connected with ISP, internet, and both ISP is connected with each other. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So I can communicate with my girlfriend. Yes or no?
Yes.
So I am sending I love you. I love you to my
Okay.
girlfriend. Okay, no problem. Now my dad is very strict. My dad is checking that what I am talking to my girlfriend. So my dad can capture the link. Yes or no? To check the data. What Praful is sending to their girlfriend. Yes or no? Or anyone want to check my data, they can capture the link. They can capture my port. So whatever data will exit from this port, or whatever data will enter over here, they can capture and they can read. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
So that means my data is not secure.
Secure.
So what we can do, I told to
Okay.
my girlfriend that whenever I need to send I love you to you, I will not send I love you, I will send 143. 143, and this one is a code message. Now if my dad will capture the link, even then also my dad cannot understand what I am telling to my GF. Yes or no?
Yes.
Because only people who can decode this this information who already know the algorithm of encryption, right? Which algorithm I have used to encrypt the data. If anyone know that algorithm, then only they can decrypt the data. Yes or no?
Yes.
So presentation layer is
Yes, sir.
responsible for encryption and decryption. Whenever your machine or application layer will generate a data, presentation layer will be responsible to encrypt that data. Done?
Yes.
Actually, we never send the data in actual format on the link. Every time presentation layer will do what? Encryption. And both machines are using OSI model. Yes or no? So both have knowledge about the encryption algorithm as well. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this is the first use of application layer, encryption and decryption. While transmitting,
Decryption.
while generating data, presentation layer will encrypt the data. While receiving, presentation layer will decrypt the data. Second use of application layer is, now suppose from here, from my computer, I want to send one file to my GF whose size is 1 GB. Whose size is 1 GB. And WhatsApp not allow me to send 1 GB file. Yes or no? You are not allowed to send 1 GB file through WhatsApp.
Yes.
But if you want to send 1 GB file through WhatsApp, you can send it. What you can do? You can compress the data.
Compress.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
So presentation layer is responsible for compression as well. For
Compression,
compression and decompression. Okay. There is no any boundation. Application layer can generate any size of data. But presentation layer is there for encryption, decryption, for compression, decompression. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So like if you want to send this 1 GB data to your GF, to my GF, what I can do? Here I can compress the data and my GF will decompress the data.
Decompress.
Okay. So presentation layer, guys, is responsible for, actually we are saying, encoding and decoding, compression and decompression. Clear?
Yes.
Now, third layer is session
Session.
layer. After encryption, after encoding, after compression, presentation layer will hand over data to session layer. Now responsibility of session layer is just maintain one session. It will create one session. That, suppose from my computer in the browser I have typed www.cisco.com, right? Session layer will make one session in a table. It will maintain one session table. In the table he will note that I have sent one request to Cisco. There is one timer. It will start one timer for the request, that within this timer, if I will get reply from Cisco, then no worry, then everything is fine. But if within this specific time, if I will not receive the reply from Cisco, then session layer will give you one error, request timeout. Sometime you absorb this, right? We often see in the website, whenever we are accessing a website, we are seeing that we are getting error, that request timeout. Yes or no? So who is
Yes,
giving
sir.
you this error, guys? Session layer.
Session.
Because
layer.
session layer every time will maintain a session, and within the timeout, while designing software, you have to set this timer as well, session timeout. So let's say session timeout is 10 millisecond. So within 10 millisecond, if machine will get reply from Cisco server, then it will show you the actual page. Otherwise, it will show you the error, that request timeout. So why session layer is maintaining session? See, in the single tab, I am running how many services? Here I am running, I am using WhatsApp. Here I am using Google Meet. Here I have opened Cisco website. Here I have opened PM networking website. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this is my browser in my computer, Google browser.
Yes, yes.
Here is, suppose, WhatsApp server. Here is Google Meet server. Here is Cisco server. And here is PM networking server. So same Google browser have sent request to WhatsApp server also. They have sent request to Google Meet also. They have sent request to Cisco also, and they have sent request to PM networking also. When PM networking will give reply to the Google Chrome, how it will come to know that I am getting reply from PM networking server? Through session layer, because session layer have maintained one session, and there they have made, made one entry in their table that I have sent one request to PM networking server and I am waiting for the reply. Otherwise, suppose here in this browser, if I will get response from my PM networking website, what will happen? In the Google, in this browser, I will get this page. If session layer is not there, then it is possible that you are typing what? GoogleMeet.com, or you are getting the web page of PM networking. Yes, it is possible. Yes or no? So session
Yes,
layer
sir.
is responsible to separate the session. It is responsible to separate the session. And
So in
after
duration
that,
time,
yes,
in a duration time, 10 second or the 15 second.
no, that will be depends on the software developer who will develop the software.
Okay.
Okay. After that, after maintaining a session table, what session layer will do? Session layer will hand over the data to transport layer. And now guys, your actual work start from here. Okay. So till now we had discussed application layer, presentation layer and session layer. So suppose I have one computer and here I'm typing www.google.com. Application layer will generate one HTTP data. It will hand over to presentation layer. Then it will hand over to session layer. After that, session layer will hand over to transport layer. And at transport layer, there are two protocols. One is TCP and another one is UDP. So don't think about the protocol first. First understand the function of transport layer. So guys, I have one computer over here. This computer is connected with one switch. This switch is connected with one router, another router, another router. Here I have one server. Okay. On this server, suppose I am running DHCP service, DNS service and HTTP service. Okay, three services are running on this server. Suppose IP address of this server is 10.1.1.100. IP address of this interface is, let's say, 10.1.1.1. IP address of this computer is, let's say, 20.1.1.1. IP address of this interface is, let's say, 20.100. Okay. So if I want to access HTTP service from this computer, I will send request to HTTP server. Source IP will be what? 20.1. Destination IP will be what? 10.1.1.100 every time. Yes or no? If you
Yes.
guys have basic
Yes,
knowledge
sir.
of networking, you can understand the destination IP will be 10.1.100. Whenever you will send request for HTTP also, whenever you will send request for DNS also, whenever you will send request for HTTP also, every time destination IP address will be same. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Then how this machine will differentiate that I am getting a request from this PC for which service? For that actually we have transport layer. So transport layer is responsible for service to service communication. IP address is responsible for host to host communication. Through IP address, we can send traffic to this server only. We cannot send traffic to service. We cannot send traffic to HTTP through IP address. We cannot send traffic to DNS through IP address. We cannot send traffic to DHCP through IP address. Through IP address, we can send traffic only on a device. Okay. Okay, guys.
Yes, sir.
So transport layer is responsible for service to service communication. So how? For that, transport layer provides,
Sir, transport layer only use IP address.
no, network layer
Source to
use IP
destination.
address. It provides source, port number, and destination port number. Now question is, what is port number? Yes or no? What is port number? So always keep in mind, each and every protocol which is running on application layer uses one number for
Four.
identification, and that is port number. All application layer protocols uses a number for identification. How you will identify that I am receiving a traffic for DHCP? DHCP is an application layer protocol, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
DNS also is an application layer protocol. So suppose one server is receiving a traffic, a data, how the server will identify that I am receiving a traffic of DNS or DHCP. So both are application layer protocols. So both will have one port number. Port number is an unique identification of application layer protocol, and it is, guys, predefined. It is predefined. What is port number of DHCP? 67 and 68. What is port number of DNS? Anyone?
16 and 76.
But
53.
53. So whenever a server device will receive a traffic, a data, where they will find the destination port number is what? 53. That means it is an DNS traffic. Yes or no? It is a data of DNS. So port number is nothing but a unique identification of application layer protocol, and it is predefined. There are two types of port number. One is well known and one is unknown. Unknown means those are port number, those are not defined to any protocol. Okay, so my topic is now port number. Port number. So it is an unique identification of a protocol. It is an 16 bits value. It is an 16 bits value. Represented in decimal. So may I know the range? Range will be 0 to, okay, how many total port number we have? We have a 16 bits long number which is represented in decimal. So total number of port number will be 2 to the power 16. It will be 65536. So range of port number will be 0 to 65535. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, and here also in the file also I have mentioned these things. So presentation layer, at this layer data is presented in the standard format. The data can encrypted or decrypted. Data can be compressed or decompressed at this layer. Like 1 to 3 can be encoded into ABC, or again receiver machine will decode ABC into 1 to 3. Session layer is responsible to create, maintain and terminate the session. This is done with the help of session ID. Okay, it keeps the data different session separately. Now port number. So it is a 16 bits value. Range is this one. Port number is an unique ID of protocol in the computer networking, and here you can see the port number. Port number of FTP is this one, telnet is this one, right? So you guys, you have to keep in mind these port number. These are important port number. A network engineer should have knowledge about at least 20 port numbers of protocol. Okay, and there are two types of port number. First one is well known and second one is unknown. Well known port number are those port number which we have assigned to protocol, and unknown port number are those port number which are free. So range of well known port number is 0 to 1024, 0 to 1024, and range of unknown port number is 10252655535. Done. So every protocol will have the port number from this range only. You can see the HTTP port number 80, NTP port number 123, POP3 port number 110, DHCP this one, SNMP this one, Telnet this one, SSH this one, FTP this one, DNS 53, right? Okay.
Sir, port 102526.65535. What for use? Unknown.
Unknown. Suppose this is your computer, brother. Your computer is
Yes, sir.
connected with internet,
Yes, sir.
and in browser you are writing what, www.google.com. So your application layer will generate HTTPS traffic.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Then it will hand over
Yes,
to
sir.
presentation, session, and transport. Now transport layer is responsible to provide source port and destination port. So destination port will be what? Destination port is predefined for HTTPS, that is
Activated the secure site.
HTTPS port number is what?
443.
443.
440.
Very good. So destination port will be what? 443. And source port, it will use a random port number, let's say 1025 or anything. It can be used any random port number from the range of unknown port number. Okay, Sasi? So destination is well known, yes or no, and source is unknown. Suppose you are typing www.google.com from your computer, that time also destination port will be what? 443. If I am typing www.google.com in my computer, then also destination will be what? 443, and source can be different. Source can be anything. Let's say 1026. So you can see source port number is different, but destination is still same in both computer. That means this one is well known port number. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So who is responsible to provide the source port number and destination port number to the machine? Transport layer. Okay. So this layer provides the reliable and unreliable delivery, perform error correction before transmission. Two protocols work at this layer, that is TCP and UDP. TCP stands for Transmission Control Protocol and UDP stands for User Datagram Protocol. TCP is a connection oriented protocol and UDP is a connection less protocol. Leave these things for now.
Sir, I have one confusion.
Yes.
Actually, transport layer is also responsible to stable the connectivity,
Okay.
and session have also responsibility to stable the connectivity.
No, transport layer does not have any, table.
Okay.
Transport layer will have one TCP table, but that table purpose is different from the session layer. Transport layer cannot separate the session. Okay.
Okay.
Transport layer is just responsible to provide the source port and destination port. Suppose, Abhishek, where are you living now? In which city?
Raipur.
Raipur. Suppose you want to, visit Mumbai. So you need a address, yes or no?
Yes, yes.
You need an address. So someone will provide you address, then only you can visit there.
Sure, sure.
So just transport layer is responsible to provide the address of service. Like application layer have generated one HTTP data. So transport layer is responsible to provide the port number of HTTP. That's it.
Okay, sir.
Anything else, guys? Any dot? to anybody?
Oh, sir.
Yes.
Sorry for I'm sitting in my PC. I'm searching in Google, right?
Okay.
Okay, the Google site is 443. The source IP address is source IP port number is 443, right?
Source port is 443. That means you are checking the reply.
Okay.
When server will reply, see here is Google server and here is my computer. Between my computer and server there is internet. I am sending one traffic to Google server. Source port will be random and destination will be 443. When Google will reply, source will be what?
Random.
443 and destination will be 1024.
443.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that means
Yes.
you are checking reply, brother. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Understood, sir.
If you want to verify it, we can verify it over here also and in packet tracer also. Hope you all guys have packet tracer now in your system. Yes or no?
we have.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Packet tracer is very useful tool to learn the basic things. Okay. Here just I am going to configure one IP address. Let's say 10.1.1.1. Okay, let's say 0.0.0. No problem. On the server also, let me configure one IP. Okay, I can ping server from this PC. Yes, ping 10.1.1.2. Yeah, I'm able to ping, yes or no? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to enable HTTP service on this server. So in the services, you can see there is one HTTP service. And by default, this is on. Okay, this one is HTML coding. If anyone know the HTML coding, they can change the coding as well. I have designed one website over here. Let me save it. Now, we need DNS as well to configure the domain name over here. But now I am going to access this server through IP address. Later on you will understand this also. But now in the browser I am going to type the IP address of my server. Definitely I will get the web page of server, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Definitely yes. So let me open browser. And in the browser I am going to type the IP address. IP address is 10.1.1.2. See, this is This is TCP traffic. So first of all, machine will, you will understand soon that why machine is sending TCP first. First it will build a logical connection with the server and it will send one acknowledgement. Okay, now you can see this one is your HTTP data. In the HTTP data, if you will open it, okay, can you tell me guys what is source port number over here?
Two five.
1025.
And destination port is what?
80.
80.
80.
HTTP.
So destination is well known and this one is unknown.
Yeah.
But when this machine will send this packet to server, server will generate what? Reply. This is your reply packet. So in reply packet, destination port is what?
1025.
Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
And here you can see you have got the web page of the server as well. Yes or no?
Yes.
So this is how application layer works. Just give me 1 minute guys. So guys, till now any doubt to anybody? Or can
No.
I move on?
Move on.
Okay. So Sasi, what is the use of session layer in OSI model now?
Sorry, sir. Can
What
you
is the
repeat
use of
that?
session layer in OSI model?
System they are using for the one network to another network to connect.
To stable the session and to separate the session.
Very good. What is port number?
Port number is the, 1024 0 to 1024.
Port number is the decimal value.
It is an
16-bit
16
decimal
bits
value.
value which is represented in decimal and it is unique identification of a
Unique
protocol.
identification of protocol.
You can say every protocols use a unique number for the identification that is called port number. Okay. Now understand something. Right now I am sitting in a room. Right now I am sitting in a room, in this room. Beside this room there is one more room. In this room my brother is sitting. My brother is there in this room. This is room number 1. This is room number 2. Suppose here I am in this room and in this room my wife is, let's say, sleeping. My wife is sleeping in room number 2. Just I need some water. I need some water. So see, I am telling to my, hello, name of my wife is Nisha. Nisha, can you give me a glass of water? I don't know that my wife have listened me or not. Is she coming with water or not? Yes or no? What I did?
Yes, sir.
I sent some information to my wife. Information is I need a glass of water. But I am not sure that my wife is coming with water or not. Yes or no?
Yes.
But see this time how I will, really I am going to call to my wife. Hello Nisha. Yeah, he's saying yes. Can you give me a glass of water? She is saying yes. Okay. This time I am damn sure that she is coming with one glass of water. Yes or no?
Yes.
So actually earlier I was sending my actual information without building any connection. But this time before sending actual information, I build a connection by saying hey. By saying hey, yes or no. In the same way, suppose I have two computer or I have one computer or one server. If I want to send some data from this computer to this server, again I have two way. I can directly send the data to this server. Yes or no? But this time I am not sure that server have received my data or not. Yes or no? I will not receive any acknowledgement. And we have one another way as well to send the data. First I will send one message to this server. Hey, hi, are you there? Then server will send me, yes, I am here, tell me. And this time if I will send the actual data, I am damn sure that server will receive it, yes or no?
Yes,
Because before sending, this is my actual data. Before sending actual data, I asked to the server that are you available or not. If server is available, then only I am sending data. But if I will not build the connection, this connection, if I am directly sending the data, then that time I am not sure, yes or no.
Yes, sir.
But see, when I am building a connection first, definitely this process will be slow, yes or no. Because if I am directly sending data or I am building one connection and then I am sending data, that will be little bit slow from sending data directly, yes or no.
Yes, yes, sure.
So transport layer is responsible for this, that your communication will be connection oriented or connection less.
Connectionless.
Less.
Okay. Transport layer will decide that I will send data to server directly without building a logical connection, or we will send the data after building the connection. So in which scenario you need to build the connection and in which scenario you don't need to build the connection. First of all, understand this. Whenever you need fast communication, yes or no, fast communication, you will not build this connection, logical connection. Whenever you need reliable communication, reliable, that means communication should be reliable. If I am sending something to server, server should I should be 100% sure that server will receive my data. So that time I will build a connection, yes or no.
Yes, sir.
So there is no any benefit or loss, advantage and disadvantage. It totally depends on the requirement, that when we need to use, connection oriented communication and when we need connectionless communication. Like in the Google Meet, now we are talking, yes or no. Suppose for a second internet is not working fine, so definitely you will not listen me for a moment, yes or no.
Yes, sir.
And after that, when again network will come up, when internet will come up, do you think that my machine will retransmit that data, that missing data? No.
No.
Yes or no. And here if we will use what, connection oriented communication, then communication will be slow. If I will tell you, hello Abhishek, are you listening me, and if you will receive this information after 50 seconds, then communication will be very slow and it is not possible to teach you online, yes or no.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
here reliability is not our concern. Here concern is fast communication only. No problem, if data will miss on the internet, on the link, we can retransmit it because both are connected with each other. You can tell me to repeat the word, yes or no. So while video calling like Skype, WhatsApp, Google Meet, Zoom, these services uses connectionless communication. Okay. these services using connectionless service because they need only fast communication. They don't need to care about the reliability. But if I am typing www.cisco.com in the browser, if my internet is not working fine, I have to wait. Yes or no? It will
Yes, sir.
buffer until and unless internet will not come up. Yes or no? And once internet will come up, I will get the page. And after that, suppose internet will goes down, no problem. I will have still the page. Yes or no?
Yes.
Because this time my communication is connection oriented.
Yeah.
And as I told you that transport layer is responsible for it. So transport layer have two protocol. Transport layer have two hand. First hand is TCP and another hand is UDP. TCP provide connection oriented communication and UDP provide connection
Less.
less communication, right? So if Google Meet is designing an application, they will use what? UDP or transport layer?
UDP.
When I am designing a website, I will use TCP or transport layer.
Yeah.
Now question is how TCP will build logical connection. So to build logical connection, TCP protocols use three-way handshake.
Handshake.
Okay, three-way handshake. First, your sender machine will send one SYN message. SYN stands for synchronization. Guys, this is nothing but TCP header. Actually, this machine will send one TCP header and it will on SYN bit. Whenever a machine will receive a TCP message with SYN bit on, machine will come to know that someone is trying to build a connection with me. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So now this machine will generate what? Acknowledgement.
Please repeat
Thank
one again.
Acknowledgement.
Acknowledgement. So it will give one acknowledgement and this machine will also send their SYN message. SYN message is just like hello message. Actually, suppose this machine is sending one hi message to this and then this server machine is sending hi and acknowledgement. I received your hi.
Message.
It is giving acknowledgement as well and it is sending their on hi message as well. Then this machine will send what? I also received your hi. Done. So this machine will generate
Yes, sir.
acknowledgement at the last. So this three message is used to build three-way logical connection. And this process, in this process, machines have how many messages? Three messages. So that's why we called it three-way handshake.
Handshake.
Okay. In the networking,
Please.
in the lots of book, you might have, seen this type of diagram. SYN plus ACK and then ACK. Yes or no? This is three-way handshake. Only TCP process services which are using TCP will perform what? Three-way handshake. Yes or no? Because TCP is
Yes.
a connection oriented protocol. Done. So that's why when in packet tracer I send the HTTP data, machine have sent first TCP message. Yes or no?
Sir, they added one random number, right?
Source port number will be the random port number.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Done. Now again, if I will send HTTP data from here, before sending the actual message, this machine will send what first? TCP message. Let me do the same thing again. And this time I am going to show you SYN message, SYN plus ACK message and ACK message. Or what we can do it in the GNS3. So we can actually capture the link. Okay, here also it happened. Okay, 10.1.1.2. This one is TCP message, yes or no? So if you will open this message in detail, are you able to see the message? Source port number is random, destination port is 80. Done. Source IP address is
Yes.
IP address of computer, destination IP address is IP address of server. Source MAC will be the MAC address of computer, destination MAC will be the MAC address of server. Just don't worry about the Ethernet header, about the IP header, about the source port and destination port. See, this is SYN message, but here you are not able to SYN bit. So in the GNS3, if I will perform this practical, you can see, you can see the SYN message as well. But see, why machine is sending SYN message first? To build logical connection. Computer is not sending this message to share actual data. My actual data is here. Actual data is this one. HTTP data is actual data. Yes or no? This one is TCP message. This is not my actual data. But as you know, HTTP is an connection oriented protocol. HTTP is an TCP based protocol. So that's why machine will build first logical connection. Okay. Now I am going to show you it in GNS3, because here we are actually not able to see the data in actual data. So that's why I'm going to open GNS3. Hope you all guys have GNS3 also in your system, or even G.
Sir, I'm not installing. Could you please help me out to install my PC, sir?
Yeah. Tomorrow morning you can call me for it.
Okay, sir, no problem.
Around
I
10 o'clock,
pinged-
10 and 11 o'clock.
I pinged with Arun, sir. He said you can ask him, sir. Sir only don't know the technical, so that's all.
Okay. No, I will help you. Don't worry.
Okay, sir.
Just I am going to take two router, and here I don't have server, so I can use any application layer protocol which uses TCP at transport layer. Like you all are familiar with BGP protocol. There is one protocol called BGP.
Yes, sir. Border
And
gateway
BGP
protocol.
as an application layer protocol which uses TCP at application layer. At transport layer. So what I am going to do, I am going to configure BGP. So before sending the actual message of BGP, these two router will build a logical connection. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And we will capture the link, and I will show you the SYN message. So I am capturing the link. So whatever data router 1 will send to router 2, or router 2 will send to router 1, that will be captured over here. Okay. Now let me take access of router 1. Let's say IP address is 10.1.1.1, 255.255.255.0. Okay. After that, router BGP 100. Don't worry about the BGP configuration. Neighbor 10.1.1.2 and remote AS is, let's say, 100. Okay. Now here you are not able to see any SYN message now, because line protocol of router 1 is still down. So let me configure router 2 as well. Config T, interface F0/0, say no set, and IP address is, let's say, 12.1.1.2, 255.255.255.0. Sorry. Router BGP 100, neighbor 10.1.1.1, and a remote AS is 100. Here is my capturing. Here is my capturing. You know, in upcoming day we will understand the R packet or these packet as well. For now, you don't need to focus on this message. Why router is not sending SYN message?
Sir, your configuration segment is wrong in router 2, sir.
Here IP address is 10.1.1.
Yeah, your configuration in 12, sir, in router 2. Interface. Yes.
Okay. Interface F0/0 IP address is 10.1.1.2 255.255.255.0. Okay, now you can see the SYN message. Actually, now I am stopping the capturing. See, this is actual message of BGP. To send this message, machine need to build logical connection. So here you are able to see three messages. This one is SYN message, this one is SYN plus ACK message, and this one is ACK message, acknowledgement. Okay guys, after that,
Yes.
after these three messages, router 1 have sent the actual message of BGP. Okay, so our concern is to understand the SYN message first. So let me open the first SYN message. Source IP is 10.1, destination IP is 10.2. Source port is what? Source port is random port number and destination port is 179. 179 is reserved for BGP, like 80 is reserved for HTTP. Done. And here in the flag you can see SYN bit is on. That means it is an SYN message. Okay, so router 1 have sent one SYN message to router 2. Now router 2 have to generate reply, to give acknowledgement. So in the SYN message, if you will check SYN message again, who is sending? Router 1. And what is sequence number in the SYN message? 0. Sequence number is what? Sequence number here you are able to see is 0, but actual sequence number is 1. This is because of Wireshark. In the real time, in the first packet, sequence number will be 1. Okay, so when reply, machine will generate reply. This is acknowledgement message. So actually machine is giving SYN message as well and acknowledgement as well. Which machine? Router number 2. SYN bit is also 1 and ACK bit is also 1. And acknowledgement number is what? 1.
1.
Okay. And after that, again router 1 is sending one SYN message. After this, after exchanging these three messages on a router, if you will run command, so TCP brief, you can see the logical connection. There is one logical connection with 10.1.1.1 to 10.1.1.2, and 10.1.1.2 is using this port number and I am using this port number. Okay, and a state of this connection is, guys, stabilized. Done.
Yes.
So after building this TCP connection, router will send actual message. So here my actual message is what? BGP message.
Yeah.
Suppose this router is sending traffic to HTTP server. So my actual data is HTTP. But before sending actual data, machine will send what? First TCP message. It will build logical connection. And through logical connection, through building logical connection, machines will exchange lots of other information as well. We have to understand those things one by one. Okay, so just I will recommend you to read these folder once, guys, before next class. And tomorrow I will make you understand TCP IP, after that network layer and data link layer. At any cost, we will finish OSI model tomorrow. So that in next week we will start what? Cisco OS and iOS and routing. Okay.
Yes.
But after understanding
Okay.
OSI model, you have to understand some basic topics as well, like broadcast domain, collision domain. If you guys already have knowledge about these things, no problem. If you guys don't know, here in the note in this folder I have mentioned everything very clearly. You can read and you can understand by yourself. I don't think that we need to invest time to learn those things. Like, see here, what is computer networking? So we don't need to understand what is network or what is networking, what is the advantage of networking. You already know the advantage of networking, and anyone can understand the advantage of networking by reading this folder. And I have shared one more folder to you guys. If you have not received it, you will share your mail ID. I will share soon after this session.
We have shared the mail ID.
Yeah. On that mail ID, I will share the complete notes.
Okay.
Okay, here types of network, we have multiple types of network, but you know there are only two types of topology defined network, LAN and WAN. Rest other are human defined network. There is no any term called MAN, CAN and PAN in the topology. There are only two types of network. First one is LAN, local area network, and second one is wide area network. Day by day you will automatically understand the LAN and WAN, these things. Don't worry. After that, components of network. So there are 5 components. Components means devices or software or hardware which is required for communication to build a network. So sender is required, receiver is required, media is required. Media can be wire or wireless. Data is required, actual information, and protocol, the rule. After that, types of communication. So there are 3 types of communication: unicast, multicast and broadcast. Okay, unicast means one-to-one. So what I am telling you guys, just read these things by yourself. If you will have any doubt, you can ask me in the next class, in the tomorrow class or in next week. Then we can clear your doubt. We will discuss your doubt.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So now if anyone have any doubt from today class, you can ask. Feel free to ask me, no problem. But if everything is clear, let me know, and please share your mail ID so that you can receive my notes.
Sir, can I share here, sir?
Yes, in the group.
Okay, in WhatsApp group. Okay,
Okay,
sir.
if you want to receive note here also let me share some file.
Sir, this is called a transport layer, na? Send a file on the group.
FTP.
Sending file, I am using which layer protocol? Application layer protocol. Which protocol?
Application layer. FTP.
For
layer.
file transfer, we have 2 types of protocol again: TFTP and FTP. So which protocols now I am using? Lab is not required, PKT file is not required, CCNA 100 interview question is also required, 500 most asked network engineer question is also important. So all important folder I am sending you. Yeah, now this folder is not useful for you, but after this course these questions are very useful for you to crack interview. Okay, and this is CCNA notes. Here I have mentioned each and everything. After that, CCNA routing and switching, CCNP notes. No. Dynamic routing, how to break password. Okay, let me take this one also. Question for interview. Okay, this folder. subnetting. I think I have already shared subnetting. Subnetting Q&A, syslog, and this folder. What is network? Okay. Okay, it will take some time.
सर मुझे सबनेटिंग
Okay,
की
sir.
हिंदी लेक्चर मुझे मिल
Okay,
जाएंगे
sir. Thank you.
सबनेटिंग तो हो गया ना बॉस?
सर वो मुझे थोड़ा डाउट है उसमें बिल्कुल डाउट है मुझे हिंदी में उसका लेक्चर
सबनेटिंग में बताओ क्या डाउट है?
यस सर सबनेटिंग में मुझे कुछ कुछ डाउट थी तो सर वो कुछ आपने बताया तो
सबनेटिंग
मुझे
का मैंने आपको वीडियो भी भेजा था।
हाँ उसमें देखा भी है मैंने सर लेकिन कुछ चीज डाउट क्लियर नहीं हुआ जो मुझे क्लियर होगा
ओके, सो आप अभी तक चुप कैसे थे बॉस?